Hi, my name is Fred Pasqua with Clearly Agile. I'm a certified Scrum trainer. And today I want to talk about acceptance criteria versus definition of done. So let's clarify acceptance criteria first. In our product backlog, we might have a PBI, product backlog item, that's written in the format of a user story. So the format of a user story is as a who, right? I want what so that why. And on the back side of our product backlog item, written in the format of user story, we have something called acceptance criteria. Typically, you might start with verify that ... So for example, if I am doing a product backlog item that wants to add a phone number to a customer, right, to a customer profile, I might say verify that I can add 7 digits, a 7-digit number. Verify that I can add more than one number. Verify that I must add an area code. These are going to be rules related to this specific backlog item, right? To this specific user story. So acceptance criteria are tied to a specific user story. So this would be all the acceptance criteria for this backlog item to pass. We might have a second backlog item written in the format of the user story. And on the back side of this user story, we have additional acceptance criteria. Verify that. So acceptance criteria applies to the individual user story that it's for, right? The individual user story that it's for. Now, definition of done is a little bit different. Definition of done applies to the whole product, or it might also contain acceptance criteria that you would want on all your backlog items. So for example, if all of these backlog items had some type of logo or colors that were needed, we might add an acceptance criteria that says verify that, right, colors and logos all fall within the company branding guidelines, right? That might be an acceptance criteria we might want to add. Instead of adding it to every single user story, instead we might add that to our definition of done. Definition of done. So that's one way we can utilize the definition of done. Any acceptance criteria that applies to all your backlog items written in that format of user story, we would add to the definition of done. Definition of done also applies to the quality of our product. Do we need code reviews? Do we need peer reviews? Do we need security review? Do we need to push it into a different environment, such as staging or QA? What's the state by the end of the sprint, and what state should this product increment be in? That would also be in your definition of done. Things that address your software development lifecycle, things that apply to the whole product as a whole, not to the individual backlog items. Where you could have acceptance criteria that are on your definition of done that apply to all your user stories, you would also have additional things that need to be completed as well. You may have a team definition of done for the Scrum team to accomplish. You might even have a different definition of done for a product if you're doing multiple products on that for that team. That team is responsible for more than one product, and you would combine these. And then you might have at a higher level some type of organizational wide definition of done. So each definition of done will be added together to create your final definition of done. Keep in mind that the more things you add to the definition of done, the bigger your estimates are going to be. The devs own the definition of done, but it's in agreement with the product owner. You can't add things to your definition of done that are outside of the team's control. So again, to circle back, acceptance criteria applies to the user story itself, and definition of done applies to all the user stories and the product increment and quality as a whole. My name is Fred Pasqua with Clearly Agile. Check out clearlyagile.com for other videos around Scrum and Agile.